great shows, and how did you like this one?
The bad part is I totally forgot what you was talking about, and I thought you meant this show had 300 episodes. I'm like, no, I'm pretty sure we had more.
Yeah, we got
It,
way more than 300 episodes.
yeah, it was a pretty good episode.
We continue to have the opposite opinion on every time we talk about Dynamite or AEW, we have like the opposite opinion.
No, no, but here's the thing though. When I
Uh-huh.
say pretty good, it's
Hmm.
not because this was supposed to be a go home show, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
No, you're wrong.
Okay, like it didn't feel like how it should have been. Like if I had to rate it from 1 to 10, I'd probably give it maybe like a 6 at best.
Okay, I would give it a
Like
three.
a 3. Okay,
Yeah, because it's like they have stuff that's like, okay, this is gonna work, but then they just go, nah, fuck it. It's just so weird. It's just so weird.
yeah,
Because it's like stuff that happens in the show that I'm just like, what the fuck is this happening? Like it just gets worse and worse. Like, what the fuck is this happening? It's it's just irritating. So it started off with Hangman coming out and basically challenging Moxley to a Texas death match, finally in Texas.
like I was good with it until I realized they were in Texas, and then I was like overjoyed. I'm like, okay, Texas Deathmatch. But when you pointed it out, Texas Deathmatch in Texas, yeah, we need that shit.
Yes. But like there's something that was really fucking hilarious and weird. And I don't like the fact that they didn't do this because them not saying something made me just worry. Because they
Yeah.
was because remember, they're talking about this, they're like, oh, they're gonna do this, and like he's gonna beat up Moxley, and they like there's anybody could come in, whatever, whatever. They don't bring up the fact that he beat John Moxley in a Texas death match before. They didn't even bring it up. They didn't say shit about it. They went the whole show, didn't say shit about it.
Mm.
And I was like, that's concerning. It's not concerning because like they didn't say anything. It's concerning because if you don't bring up a fact like that, that means that something is wrong. Like something is wrong. Like something in the plan in the future is wrong.
Yeah.
And to me, it just feels like without them bringing it up, because like if they were hyping this up, they'd be like, "Oh my god, like he beat him before," and people would get in their minds like, "Oh my god, Hangman's going to win." But because they didn't say anything about it, I'm like, I don't think Hangman's winning now. Like, because it just feels weird. It's like if they would have brought this up, then like it would have gave that shadow of doubt that everybody's like, "Oh, they brought it up."
You had predicted this before, so I'm all for it, especially the way you said it could go down. So
Then like he tries to go after Hangman, and then it doesn't work. And then the ops show up. The rest of the fucking MWO shows up, and then Hangman buckshots Marina Shafir, and it's like I don't know why it just didn't feel right to me, and it's not like what everybody's going to think. They go because a man put his hands on a woman. That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. It just felt like it just wasn't earned. It felt like it wasn't earned. It's just like, yeah, I'm gonna show you what I could do. And it's like after all the time she's beat the shit out of you and she's hit you with shit and fucked you up, this one is just to prove to Moxie you do anything to win the title. That's it. That that, that this is when you clock her. After she did beat the shit out of you all this time, just to prove to Moxie you could do it. It was like
yeah,
that.
that felt kind of random. Yeah.
Yeah, it just didn't feel right to me. It's like she's beating your ass over and over and over again. She's hit you with shit, like cuffed you, choked you out. I'm just proof to Moxie I'll do anything it takes. It doesn't feel right to me. It's like all those times you should have been beat ass, and this one you just take just for Moxie. It's like, nah, it doesn't work for me.
And I forget, didn't she get beat up by a guy? I want to say Swerve in that Anarchy in Arena joint.
Yes,
So like he's not even the first one to hit her. So
exactly. And like it, I don't know why. It just felt unearned to me. It's like she's been beating the shit out of you, and this is the time you just pick to hit her. It's like, oh, okay.
yeah.
Like there's a theory running around, and I'm gonna talk about the theory later in the show. Well, not later in the show, but later in the Dynamite portion
Okay.
about what somebody thinks is gonna happen, and it actually bothers me because it could happen, and I would kind of be pissed. And everybody that read that comment in that circle was like, yeah, you know what? I kind of would be pissed if this happened to. So then we get Tony Storm. She comes out, she sits there because Mercedes is going to take on Mina Shirakawa. And did you notice like Tony just was sitting there, like she had no expression on her face. She just was sitting there.
Like blank stare, like, yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of weird. And Mercedes winds up beating Mina, and then she beat her up after the match. She hits Tony with a title, and then she just licks a cake that was for her 1,000th match.
I didn't even know she had that many matches. Like that threw me off.
Yeah, no, this is her throughout her whole career, 1,000 matches. So this
Oh,
is her.
okay.
So this is her 1,000th match. Mercedes, that is.
Yeah.
And she licked the cake and threw water in Luther's face, and then she quoted the great John Cena, "Your time is up. My time is now." I was like, oh, okay. Like, this is all I can say. It was okay.
Yeah.
So then we had the young fucks doing something, and I don't really care. Like, I don't care. I, I don't give a shit. But Mercedes was on her Instagram live after the show, and she somebody asked her about Evolution. She was like, "Wow." She was like, "I mean, I'm glad that they're having a pay per view. I'm like, it's kind of wrong that it took so long, but I'm glad they're having it, and I support all women's wrestling, so I will be watching it." And I was like, "She's right. She's right. It did take way too long. Like they should have had an Evolution years ago."
Yeah. Like right after, in my opinion.
Exactly. Like it should have been an annual thing
Yeah.
to me. And they also asked her about Britt Baker, and like she kind of gave a nothing answer, which she was like the topic of all of Dynamite Wednesday because it mainly started with Coach talking about, oh, she wants to be in WWE, she's leaving to go to WWE, and then some random report was like, yeah, she's trying to get out of her AEW contract. And then Fightful had to say, no, that's not true. She's still with AEW. She still has time on her contract. She hasn't asked for a release. She's still there. They just haven't used her. It was real weird how this like whole thing was just a bit like I don't know why. I don't know why this was a thing. Like if she shows up in a women's battle royal, I'd be like, oh, okay, the casino battle royal, by the way. If
Yeah.
she shows up for that, I'd be like, all right, cool. But I don't know where this whole thing with her jumping to WWE came out of nowhere. I
And I
don't
feel
know.
like I heard that like a long time ago too.
But it only came from Coachman. It
Yeah.
never came from anywhere else. Like when WWE wanted her, they immediately stopped. They immediately stopped because they heard some stuff backstage and they was like, yeah, you know what? We're cool. And they just like stopped pursuing her.
Yeah.
And then like Coachman was like, yeah, she's going to WWE. And it's like, he doesn't know anything and he just starts saying stuff and people hear that and think he has an inside man. And Coach has no inside man. Coach knows nothing.
He
Like,
might be worse than Meltzer at this point.
yes, it is fucking irritating. It's like he just says stuff and people go, ooh, like that might be true. And it's like, no, it's not true. None of that is true. Nothing that happened there is true. Coach just makes some shit just for clicks, and people that are not in the know, they just go, ooh, you know what? Is this true? And then every journalist has to clean this up and go, none of that is true. That's not
Yeah.
real. Like that's so irritating. Like, jeez. So then we had a four-way for the number two in the Casino Battle Royal. It was AR Fox, Anthony Bowens, MJF, and Brody King.
Just by that lineup, it's obvious.
Yeah, but some people was like, "Oh, AR Fox could win or Anthony Bowens could win." And I was like, "This whole thing is kind of built with an MJF thing."
Hmm.
So I was like, "Yeah, MJ." Like the whole time, like nothing ever changed my mind. Was like, "Yeah, MJF is winning," and MJF won. I was like, I never had a doubt because it's like, why would anybody else win?
It would be stupid. Maybe just to throw everybody off and whatever, and like have MJF win it. You know.
I guess. But then Mark Briscoe came out, and Mark Briscoe said, next week, MJF, you and me, we gonna have a little talky talk in the ring. And part of me was like, wait, they're gonna have a match at All In, and then I remember they're number 1 and 2 in the Battle Royal. It was like, oh, so did it further fucked my head up because it was like, so what is the point in them like having this feud when they're only going on a Battle Royal and there's a chance that MJF could win the Battle Royal? So what's the point?
Only theory I could think of, like the feud continues a little while after it, but realistically, it would be no point if MJF just wins it. Just put him in the title picture and leave Briscoe out of it.
Yeah, it's just weird. So then we had the Hurt Locker business. They were out there, and then all of a sudden, here comes Jet Speed. Jet Speed attacks them. The Hurt Locker business kills them. Kevin Knight's like, you got to do better than that. They kill him again. We ain't no bitches. They kill him again. Shelton, who taught you how to hit? Your mama? Because you hit like a bitch. They came in, they killed them again. They killed them one more time, and then Kevin Knight goes, you know, we're not going to lose. You're going to have to kill us. And they whoop their ass one more time.
At
And I
that
was
point,
like,
when he said that,
mm-hmm.
I would have been fucking speedball and fuck him up myself and like or like run. Like fuck that.
Yeah. But it was just so bad. They murdered them like 6 times. And apparently they're going to get a title shot. But there's a twist. Like, the funny part about this is like, hearing about this is like, oh, they're having a match. But then hearing something later in the spoiler that was like, there's a twist there. But the twist is just like, it's an obvious twist because it was already laid out, but it's a twist that makes this whole entire point just fucking moot. It's like, what was the point of this if there's something else in this? And it just made me go, what the fuck was this thing? It pissed me off really bad. Because it's like, what the fuck is the point? Like, what was the point in this? Like, I I was so lost. Like, I'm so lost. Like, especially reading the spoiler and knowing what happens. I'm so lost. Like, we're not gonna talk about the spoiler here, but we're gonna talk about the spoiler like probably next podcast. But it's like, what the fuck? Like, what is happening? So then we get the Young Bucks and Takeshita versus Benedito and Kyle O'Reilly and Roderick Strong. So in the middle of this match, they go, Bandito is going to take on Takeshita. And I'm like, oh, okay. On ROH. I'm like, why can't they be on All In?
Exactly.
Like they should be on All In. Like it should be a thing. But it's like, nope, they're gonna be on the ROH pay per view. Good for them.
Why?
I don't know. And then Swerve and Ospreay come out, and they talk like they cleared up something that everybody wanted to know. Like they cleared up the whole EVP thing. If they win, they're gonna give the power back to the people. The people are gonna be the EVPs if they win. And I was
Yes,
like,
company that said that didn't last for like a week.
yeah. And then the Bucks go, well, what is in it for us? We're not gonna give this up for free. What's in it for us? And Will Ospreay just goes, you know what? If you guys win, me and Swerve don't challenge for the world title for a year. And Swerve's like, what? What are you doing? And the Bucks go, yeah, you know what? We'll agree to it if you get Swerve to agree to it, because Swerve doesn't look like he's going to agree to it. And Swerve goes, fuck it, we're on. You're like, fuck it, I don't care.
It's only a
Dude,
year. It wasn't like a Cody thing where Cody said like indefinitely said he's never going for it.
exactly. So I'm like, I part of me is I don't know. I don't know who's gonna win. And it's not even like it's a special thing where it's like, ooh, like this could happen. I don't know who's gonna win because honestly, like it'd be really stupid. It would be really stupid for the Bucks to win and then have Ospreay and Swerve not challenge for a year. But some people are like, oh, but you know what? They could just save it for Wembley. And I'm like, that's dumb. I know that like he wants to win it in London, but you can just do it in fucking Forbidden Door. It's right
Yeah,
there. Forbidden Door is in the O2, and it's the next pay per view. Have Moxley keep the title, and then Swerve step up and say, I mean, not Swerve, Ospreay be like, yo, fuck this. Like, I can do it. I know I can do it. And he just like gets the courage and he does it. Like, it will work. Like, he wins the title in his hometown. Everything is right. But yeah, it's just like, I don't think that they should just be out of the title picture for a year.
yeah, I agree with you. But it's for a year, like I said. So it's not too much damage, but it's damage, but not that much damage.
Right, but here's the real damage is going on. You still have the Bucks as the EVPs. Like they still have power.
Yeah.
Like so that's the other thing. They still have power. They're still doing stuff. So they still fucking with people throughout the whole entire year because they have power. So what do we do? Like what do we do? Just like let them fucking let them win. Just let them win. Just let Swerve and Ospreay win. They beat them down. Cause look, it would look better, especially if the Hangman thing is going to happen or not going to happen, because you take away a player, you take away the Bucks. The Bucks lost. Now they don't have any power. They can't fuck with the end of the match. That'll be perfect.
Yeah, because in like all realistically, since they're where with Mox, they could actually change the rules to check that mid match and all of that if they really wanted to.
Exactly. So take the power away from them. Let it be kind of fair, and just move on. Like Cause there's still a part where you can have Osprey winning in fucking Forbidden Door, but whatever.
Yeah.
So there's a wrestler that's coming back, and he'll probably be back next week at All In. And people have already started theory crafting. And like I said, people have been pissed off with this theory crafting because Darby Allin is coming back next week. And
Finally.
yeah, and people are like, dude, what if Darby wins the Casino Battle Royal and then cashes in because Moxley winds up beating Hangman and he becomes the champion? And everybody was pissed. Like they hated it. And I'm like, I hate it too. Like, it's dumb.
I always forget how their shit works. Like It's like a Money in the Bank that he could cash in whenever.
Yes, all you had to do is sign a contract. That's it.
Oh shit.
So like, I hope Darby doesn't win because like I would like MJF to win because he seems like more of a dick. And like if MJF wins and then Hangman wins and he cashes in on him right away, and people, here's the thing, a lot of people would be like, wait a minute, like that's kind of fucked up. If you remember, MJF has been teasing Ospreay. They've been going back and forth, and they've been bumping heads about a world title. So that would work. So, so yeah, that would work. And then we can have that match, and Ospreay can wind up taking on MJF, and he could win the world title,
Yeah.
and it would be in his hometown.
That's the key. It
So
has to be his hometown.
yeah, and it would be great because we would have the title off of Moxley, and then like we would have three champions within the span of a month. But it wouldn't be bad because nobody'd be like, "Oh my God, they're so wrong! Like they're playing hot potato with the title." It would still mean something. It would mean something. It would be like we're getting the power back, and this is like unpredictable, and you have to pay attention because you don't know what's going to happen. But we also have the right person holding the title at the end of all of this. So like
Yeah.
it's fine to me. So then we had the main event. Okada versus Ibushi. And I saw like 5 or 6 people go, "Oh my God, this was like the best match ever. Like this was one of their best match ever." I was like, this is like a very, very artsy masterpiece that was done by watercolors. That's what
I,
it was.
I agree with you. I actually was going to use the same terminology. I was going to say it was them, but watered down.
Yes. Like that's exactly what it was. Cause I saw so many people just talk about how good this was. And I respected none of their opinions because none of them have seen any of the classics. So none of them have the right to even go, "Oh my God, this was so great." It's like you haven't seen what they can actually do and compare it to this and go, "Oh, this is a watered down version."
Yeah.
Cause like yeah, this was it was okay, but it just was like a watered down version. Then they beat up Ibushi, and then Kenny Omega showed up because no one saw that coming. Even though we said we haven't seen Kenny Omega in months, and after that he got messed up, and we could smell the diverticulitis coming out his mouth. That was so fucked up because Excalibur goes, "That's not how that works." I was like, Thank you." Well, I said that on the podcast last week when Don Callis said that. I was like, that's not how that works, Don. Like
it,
the
it,
fuck?
it was a stupid fucking comment.
It's just stupid. It's like like it's just dumb. But that was Dynamite, and we're going to All In next week. But we're here this week. We got another week. It's almost over. The biggest weekend in wrestling. It's almost over.
Yeah.
So then on NXT, it started out with Trick Williams coming out because Wesley is about to take on Joe Hendry. Now, the thing that fucked me up about this whole entire thing was how this was laid out. This whole story was laid out by being taped and then finding out something afterwards. It still got implemented into the tape segment. It's like, what the fuck? Because this is what happened. They're on commentary talking to Trick, and they're like, Trick, you're going to be in a 3-way with Joe Hendry and Mike Santana for the title. And I was like, wait a minute. How are they talking about this? And it wasn't announced until last Thursday when this was taped last Tuesday. I was like, what is going on?
Good editing.
Like, yeah, it was, but then Santana came out to help Joe Hendry, and Joe Hendry beats Wesley. But later on, there's a backstage interview with Santana and Joe Hendry, and they talk about the three way. And I was like, wait a minute. So did they know about the three way and they talked about it on the show, or was this like what happened? Because like this is like to me knowing everything in real time feels disjointed. I was like, what is happening? Like, how did they do this?
I feel like they knew beforehand because ain't no way, you know?
I really do hope they knew beforehand, because like nobody in the building knew, and it just was like we found out on TNA, and I was like, okay, well then okay, I guess. So that was a thing. They showed up backstage with Tatum, Izzy, Zara, and Soul. They're trying to get her. They're trying to win the Soul of Tatum back, which is not gonna happen. Like
Easily.
I know you see it, like I see it, but we're gonna
Mm-hmm.
talk about it in the match. But I think we're on the same page with what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
So then we had Luca Crucifino come out. He calls out the Don, and the Don is trying to talk to them. Then Stacks comes out, and Luca just punches Tony, and Stacks grabs him like, "Yeah, you're my guy," and then he knocks Stack out, and he said, "Luca Crucifino works for his own self," and he walks away, and I was like, "So, what do we do here? What do we do?"
No, no more family. You know how Sean is. Sean likes to break up crews after a while.
Okay, okay, all right, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. But do each of them now get their own family?
It makes sense because it's a nothing thing, right? But
Mm-hmm.
I watched. Was it the first episode of Evolve and whatever? Luca Cristofino was there, right? And he
Mm-hmm.
said, "We have the underboss, we have the Don, but I run Evolve and whatever." So each one of them kind of want to run shit. So
Like I would be okay with it. It would be really crazy because I don't know where they're gonna find a bunch of people to just like fill out their teams. But I actually want to see how this works. I want to see how this works.
I just said it. Evolve, and then you have Let's Fucking Go, LFG. Then you have like all their other shit.
Okay, like I let's see, because like I feel like it's way too many people. I just like we'll see. It might be fun. It might be fun.
This could wind up being a three-way war games type of shit for NXT.
Okay. So then we had Miles versus Lexus King, and Miles beats Lexus. Do you like Miles's new music?
When it first started.
So, I mean, I don't like it.
Because maybe just me, but it
Hmm.
feels like a bootleg instrumental version of I Stand Alone by Godsmack or whatever, which was on the soundtrack to The Scorpion King.
Yeah, it just doesn't feel right. It just
Mm,
like I feel like they could have gave him something cooler, but they just like, nah, we're just gonna give you some generic music. You have to earn the good music.
pretty much.
So Dork State is just a bunch of dorks.
I like how you call them Dork State. I call them Sad State.
They're a sad state of dorks. Like they cut this promo, like they felt like such a big deal. It was like, oh, they're gonna be a big deal. They did nothing. They haven't been on no fucking TV in months. They, it ain't shit. They haven't been shit.
Like, ain't no point to them anymore, in my opinion.
Exactly. What it like? they had so much promise, and it's like, nah, nope, 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 fuck that. Like this is a huge miss for NXT. Like this sucks. Like this was a huge miss. It was like something they could have did special, and it's like, nope, they dropped the ball on this, and just they should just break them up and let them do other stuff.
They didn't even drop the leader. Remember, like it was so much speculation. Trig, Javon, whatever. They didn't do anything with it.
Exactly. They should just get rid of this whole dork state or sad state. Just end it. Let them
Turn
go on their own.
turn dude back into a nerd and put him back with fucking Ashanti.
Yeah, like because this shit ain't working.
Yeah.
So then we had Laney Reed versus Thea Hale. This was so funny because Laney rolls up Thea and she gets caught because she's holding the ropes. And the ref's like, hey, 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 you can't do that. So she lets her go. She catches her again. She rolls her up again and puts her arm on the rope and holds her down.
She won by cheating anyway.
Yeah, like that is so fucked up. So then we get Tavion, Charlie Dempsey, and Ren Sinclair. And Tavion's like, yo, I want out. And Charlie's like, okay, well, if you face me next week and you win, you get out. Dude, what
Mhm.
what is happening? Why are they stuck in this contract and they have to beat Charlie or beat somebody to get out? What is
First of
happening?
all, Shawn Michaels does not like fucking factions apparently. That's the first thing. Because he breaks up everyone.
Yeah, he does.
Second off, like I don't know. Like I made a joke to you, like next is gonna be Ren to face Charlie.
I can't wait for that.
Like I'm halfway joking, but that could happen.
Hmm. So then we had Tatum and Izzy versus Soul and Zari. And the whole match, they're trying to get Tatum to realize they're not your friends. They're not your friends. And then at the end, Zarya's going for a spear on Izzy, and Tatum pushes her out the way. Zarya winds up spearing Soul. They throw Zarya out. They pin Soul, and they're happy. And I'm like, they're using you, Tatum. They're using you, Tatum.
Weirdly enough, she feels like she fits, but it's not gonna last.
Yeah, she feels like she fits, but then the next couple of things that happen after this, like in the backstage, it feels very weird.
Yeah.
So then we have Ricky Saint and Ethan in the Vanity Project. And Ethan goes, you know what? You have to run the gauntlet on the Vanity Project. If you beat them, then you face me. And Ava was like, all right, listen, if you two face each other again, there has to be some kind of stipulation. And to me, I already know what it is. Loser leaves NXT.
Yes. I'm with that.
Funny part is I don't know which one loses and goes out of NXT.
Whichever one it is, like as speculation goes, is gonna join a certain faction.
Listen, I would want like I want Ethan Page to go, but also Ethan Page is too good of a talker. Like he's too good of a talker just to sit there with Seth Rollins and them, but he
Hmm.
probably would work. The same goes for Ricky, but
Yes.
the only thing different about Ricky is more connected to Cody. So I would want Ricky to be on the same show as Cody.
Yeah.
But also, they could use the little thing where he links up with Seth, and then Seth goes, look, Cody, your friend would rather be aligned with me than you. And they could do a little thing off of that. I don't know.
That would
It's kind
work.
of interesting.
The only thing that would like knock it off for me personally, like the random heel turn, because like it will feel random because he's a face right now.
Yeah. Like that'll be the only thing.
Yeah.
So then we get a Chase U program, and he's talking to the tag team, and he actually apologized to him. which I said he was going to do. He was going to make it a thing, and he apologized to him, and they look like it's going to work. It's going to be a thing. So yeah, I guess that it is what it is. We had the Santana Joe Hendry promo in the back where they talking about the 3-way. Things got a little heated. I mean, you know. So then we had the culling in the back. And Hank and Tank says, "Hey, you kicked our asses, blah, blah, blah." And so they wound up getting the tag team title shot, the culling. And then Tatum gets Izzy a North American title shot. And it's like, they're going to get rid of you. You gave them everything they wanted. They want gold, and you gave it to them. You're, they're going to get rid of you. Like, they're going to use you.
I don't
I'm
get it.
okay with
It's
it.
fucked up.
Yeah, like she's giving them everything she wants, and that's it. So then we have Inamori versus Jasper Troy. So how do you feel about Inamori now?
Actually, like he's really fucking good. Like I was so on him, but he's
Mm-hmm.
really fucking good.
Yes, Inamori is good, and he beats Jasper Troy. So now he's number one contender. It's gonna be Inamori versus Oba for the title at Great American Bash.
That's gonna be interesting. Like I kind of thought it not exactly a squash, but like he was gonna fuck him up. I thought Jasper was gonna fuck him up, but no, that's not what happened.
Yeah, like so. Then we get Jordan Grace, and she's talking shit to JC because they're gonna have a match. Then Fatal Influence jumps her. Then Blake comes out to save Jordan Grace, and Jordan Grace is very short.
Yes, very
And
fucking short.
then they wind up making it a tag match. It's Jordan Grace and Blake Monroe versus Fatal Influence at Great American Bash.
I'm okay with it.
I I don't know how I feel because like also like Jordan Grace said something on she said something on Twitter and people was like, "Oh, she's unhappy." But she was talking about the storyline that she was unhappy and she had a lot to say,
Yeah,
which made sense. But I feel like she's not going to be in NXT for too much longer. I'm like, so what's the point? And they should have just gave it to Blake. Like Blake should have been challenging the Evolution for the title, but it is what it is. I don't.
yeah. I, they kind of don't want to rush put her on the main roster for some reason, which I would be fine with if they did, but apparently they don't.
Yeah, like I don't want to rush her either, but at the same time, like I love JC. JC's cool. I love her. But what's the point in just like having like Blake right there and you're just like, no, we're not gonna give her nothing.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
no, you're right.
So that was NXT. So then we get Monday Night Raw and Rhea Ripley shows up. And Rhea stands there and I knew exactly what was gonna happen because it was already spoiled from Corey from bodyslam.net said that it was going to be Io versus Rhea at Evolution for the title. So, how do you feel about this match being at Evolution for the title?
I'm fine with it. They needed a big match, and that's pretty much a big match. I don't think they had a recent, because I know they've had a couple, but a recent one-on-one match.
Like they had the only one-on-one match they had was when Io beat Rhea for the title on Raw right before WrestleMania.
Yeah,
But like, I'm okay with it. And people are mad like, well, why wasn't it Oscar and they saved Rhea for SummerSlam? And it's like, guys, like, I'm sorry, like, I don't care what you think. Asuka versus Io is SummerSlam worthy. Like,
Yeah.
that's SummerSlam worthy. Like, Rhea and Io is SummerSlam worthy, but Asuka versus Io is SummerSlam worthy. They haven't fought before. Like, in WWE, to my remembrance, I don't remember them fighting before. And it would
Not one
be,
on one.
they did?
I said not one on one. Maybe a tag
Yeah.
team match, but not one on one.
See that? See, that's what makes it even more special. It's like, yeah, like this would be a great one on one. Like, I'm down for it.
Because I still remember the promo that they were talking to each other, and one called the other a bitch or whatever. And like I don't know, in my mind, some match must have came out of that, but not a one on one match because there was more people in the ring.
Yeah, I don't remember a one on one match from them,
Yeah,
but like that is SummerSlam worthy. So just relax, guys.
it's more because like I feel like Evolution is kind of like a side pay-per-view, kind of one of those like you really don't have to put too much story in it, you know? Where SummerSlam is the main thing, like and that's where Asuka and Io would go because they have more of a background, as opposed to Rhea and Io.
I feel so. I feel like this is like Evolution is probably supposed to be filler, but what's going to come out of Evolution from everything that I've been hearing? What's going
Mhm.
to come out of Evolution is going to spin a lot of stuff and make stuff go, oh, okay. Like it's gonna like further a lot of storylines and make more stuff in the women's division feel more special.
Yeah,
So then we get a funny backstage with Dominic and AJ walks up on him and Dominic goes, "Look," he's like, "Look, I got a note. You can't hit me." And then he says, "Pull out your glasses." He's like, so AJ just looks at him like, "I don't need no glasses." Then AJ turns around and pulls out these glasses and reads it over and goes, "Yeah."
I
He
laughed my ass off because they're old man glasses too.
Dude, I popped too. So AJ was like, well, soon as he was like, soon as you all right, I'm gonna kick your ass. And then Dominic said something to him. AJ was coming back. He's like, I gotta know, I gotta know. So according to Fightful, AJ has signed a 1 year extension on his WWE contract. So that throws off my whole AJ versus Will Ospreay coming sooner than later theory out of the window.
Later than sooner.
Yeah. So then we had a weird heel versus heel tag match. The Judgment Day versus the New Day.
Someone had a bad day.
This was weird. This was so weird because it's like Judgment Day is the most like they're bad guys. New Day is also bad guys. But Judgment Day were getting cheered. Judgment Day gets the win. They get cheered out of the building. And I'm like, they're heels. What is happening?
Especially Finn. Especially Finn.
Yes. Like I was like, what the fuck? So then we had a backstage with Lyra and Bailey, and they start arguing. And Pierce says, "Tonight, one of you is going to win number one contendership to face Becky for the IC title." And as soon as they said that, you and me both said the same thing. Oh, they're both going to win. That's how we get the triple threat.
Three-way?
Yes. So then we get Chad Gable in the back, and he's with American Alpha, and Pierce is there, and his arm is messed up, and Pierce is like, "Damn, that's kind of fucked up. You're injured." And he said, "He's like, I guess Americana Grandiana won't be around." And Chad Gable goes, "Yeah, you never know." And then he tells Ivy to take care of Stephanie and the Creeds to try to get the tag titles. And then he just leaves. I'm like, okay. So then we get a backstage with Finn and JD talking to Nick Aldis and Pierce. And they're talking about the women's tag titles. And he goes, "Yo, you should have Roxanne defend it with Raquel Because listen, like they should be a tag team. You shouldn't strip her the titles because Raquel worked really hard to get the titles. So Pierce goes, you know what? They can keep the titles if they defend it in a 4-way at Evolution versus a Raw tag team, a SmackDown tag team, and an NXT tag team. And that broke my brain, honestly.
Why?
I don't know any NXT tag team. Like the SmackDown women's tag teams, I can figure that out. The Raw tag team, I can figure that out too. NXT tag team, who's the NXT women's tag team?
All I could think of right now is Sol Roca and Zarya. And right now, Izzy and fucking what you call it, Paxley. But that's the only two I could think of right now.
Those are the only two. But Soul and Izzy are having a match at Great American Bash.
So it's none of them. Yeah.
Yeah, so then it just has nobody else. It's like, well, who the hell else is going to be a tag team? Because Lash doesn't have Jakara.
Nope.
Jakara's gone.
Yep.
So there's nobody. Everybody else is just solo stars. Like I'm so
I had to put
confused.
somebody together randomly.
Yeah, and it's gonna be so fucking weird. I'm like, that is fucking weird.
Mm.
So then we had a fucking banger. Rusev versus Sheamus. Like the people were not happy for this match. They weren't cheering until they just start beating the dog shit out of each other.
Literally fucked each other up like badly.
Yes. So Sheamus gets the win. Wait, no, Rusev gets the win. Rusev gets the win, and he lays out Sheamus. He walks out. All right. So then we find out that we're going to have a women's battle royal. The winner of the women's battle royal gets a shot at the champion at Clash in Paris.
Funny how they
So,
set up pay-per-view after pay-per-view.
right? And so, my mind, I'm going with is going to be Stephanie Vicaire.
Yeah.
So, then we have American Made in the back. And they're being interviewed, and all of a sudden, Americano Vente shows up. And everybody was like, what? He's here? And I told you earlier in the night when Chad Gable said something about it, and in the background, I saw Ludwig Kaiser. I said, dude. Like, that's all I said was like, dude.
I didn't notice it that night. I noticed it the week before that he was in the background.
Yeah, he was there that night, especially when he said it. And like, as soon as he said Americana is going to be around, and I saw him in the far, far distance background, I was like, dude. That's all I said to you. I was like, dude. And then when he showed up, I was like, dude, I knew they were going to do it because it made so much sense,
No one noticed how much bigger he is, though.
right? Like he's so much bigger than fucking Chad Gable, and it's fucking hilarious.
Someone has a theory,
Mm-hmm.
like like fucking Ludwig might try to keep that gimmick, and then when fucking Chad comes back, he's not gonna know what's going on, and then we're gonna get the mirror match again.
I would be okay with that. Like I would be okay with that. The funny part is like I kind of think that he set this up. Like I don't
Yeah.
know why. I have like this weird feeling. Like don't fucking quote me on this story because I feel like this is gonna be a weird fucking story. I feel like when Chad Gable comes back, he's gonna Americanize Ludwig. He's gonna make him part of American Made.
I mean, it makes sense due to who his girlfriend is. You see the man online, he seems like a straight up American.
Like it would be so fucking hilarious to see this story play out. Like there's so many ways they could go with like the mirror match. They could go with this American. It's so much they could do with this.
Yeah.
So then we get Sammy, and Sammy gets attacked by Kross, and Kross is just like, "Tell him, Sammy. Tell him the truth, Sammy. Tell him." and he just beats the hell out of him, hit him in the chest with a fucking pipe, and it just goes, "Tell him, Sammy, tell him." What
And
is
we
he
both
supposed to
go,
be
what the
telling him?
fuck is the truth?
I don't know. I have no idea. So Gunther comes out to start talking shit. Seth comes out and Seth's like, "Listen, I got the cash in. I'm gonna take the title. You're not safe." Gunther's like, "Dog, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna kick your ass." And like all of a sudden, Punk comes down. Punk beats the shit out of Seth, and then he just pushes the shit out of Gunther. And I was like, "All right, here we go. Here we fucking go. We're getting the match. We're getting Punk versus Gunther.
Not so fast.
Oh, we're getting it at SummerSlam." And then Seth runs off, and Seth gets his ass kicked by LA Knight, which we're getting at Saturday night's main event. Okay.
Fine.
All right. So then we had the Judgment Day celebrating with all their titles, and Roxy has her title, so everybody's celebrating.
Except poor
Then
Liv.
we have, yeah, we have Kari Hojo, and she looks to be on her own now.
Yeah.
Lyra and Bailey, they had a great match, and it was a double pin, so we are getting a three-way.
Who could have saw that coming?
Exactly. So Punk is pissed off. LA Knight said, "Listen, I'm gonna kick Seth's ass. Like, it ain't gonna be nothing left for you." And Punk's like, "I don't really give a shit." So Punk is going for the title. LA Knight's going for the Seth. And then we have the main event: Sammy and Penta versus Braun and Braun.
Which I swear someone called
And
on the show.
yes, this was a good match. Braun and Braun get the win, but then after the match, they attack Sammy and Penta. Then Jay Uso shows up and runs them off. And this actually fucking started to freak me out because it's like, once again, there's too many faces and not enough heels. Because remember, Punk wants them, LA Knight wants them, fucking Sammy, Penta, and also Jay Uso. That's 5 against 3.
Yeah. Outnumbered.
They need to get their numbers up. Like Seth's crew division needs to get more numbers up.
Yes.
It's like holy shit, like that's so fucked up.
Speaking of fucked up, as we speak, like, because we always talk during Impact, right? Set State just appeared.
Yeah, they kind of suck.
They beat up Matt Cardona on this taping, so that's the thing. Only bring it up because we brought up how sad they are.
We have some women returning at Evolution,
Yes.
and apparently there's going to be TNA women in Evolution, and most notably the Inspiration, which bothered me because they labeled them as TNA talent, and I'm not sure if they're TNA talent. Like just because they showed up at TNA recently doesn't mean like they're TNA talent.
Yeah.
Like I don't know why. Like that bothered me because it was like I don't know.
Because they want to take some titles in both companies, so you can
Yeah,
interchange it.
exactly.
Didn't they
So
win the tag team titles in WWE at WrestleMania? Like, I want to say like a pre-show or something like that.
I think so. I think so.
Okay.
So how do you feel being a fighting game enthusiast to watch Cody Rhodes become Guile and Roman become Akuma in Street Fighter?
I'm okay with it, right? But
Mhm.
one or the other, not both. They both would be good for the movie, but I don't want both of them.
Okay, why don't you want both?
I don't know. I feel like it kind of get it like oversaturated with wrestlers. You need more actors on that shit. Not saying that I mean, either one of them would be bad for the movie, but like for example, Cody. Cody has another movie coming out. He's gonna be in the fucking Naked Gun remake. So just stick to that and let Roman get his shine here. Because they're gonna like overshadow each other. It's like Roman said in the fucking promo with the tag team match. You're in my way of life. So Roman's in it. So of course we have to put Cody in it. No.
Okay, the thing about this Street Fighter is like every time I look up and see a new casting, this movie gets weirder and weirder. Like 50 Cent is supposed to be Balrog.
Yeah,
I'm
I heard about that.
like I don't know what they're going for in this I don't know what they're going for. I am so lost because like every time I see a casting, I'm like, I don't know what they're going for with this. Like what? Like this is a weird. This is so weird. They're just like picking people. Like, hey, you're in it. Also, you're in it. It's like, why? Like, I understand like you trying to get like the most famous people in it, but they're the most randomest random of famous people that you're throwing in this, and it's like, we're gonna make this person. And it's like, why? Just why? It's just too weird. Like I
Cause
would
like
be actually shocked if it lands and it's like, oh my god, this is actually a good movie. I'd
yeah,
be really shocked. But I feel like we're going into Street Fighter 2.0 when we had the first Street Fighter that was completely dog ass, and we're gonna have a second Street Fighter that's gonna have a bunch of celebrities, but it's also gonna be completely dog ass.
yeah, cause that first Street Fighter had John Claude Van Damme, which on paper you think about it, he was a big star at the time. It
Mm-hmm.
should have worked, but like you said, it was shit.
Yeah,
Raul
just like
Julia saved that movie. He was the saving grace of that whole movie.
he was the only good part about the movie. It was like everything else, like the story, everybody that was in it, it just was like, what did you do to Street Fighter?
Like I could be wrong, and like having Cody and fucking Roman both in it
Hmm.
might save it, and it might actually be good. Even 50 Cent. My only gripe, like thinking about it right now as we speak, right? It just came to me. Street Fighter is kind of like martial art esque, especially when it comes to Akuma. So I don't know if Roman knows the type of skills. Maybe they could CG all that shit in, but
Listen, here's the thing though.
Mhm.
You can teach him how to. You can teach him how to kick and do all of that. It's
Yeah,
okay. You can teach him.
yeah.
Like so that's the cool part. Like you could teach him and it would work. But like it's just actors in it that just doesn't feel like they should be in it to me. And it just like I said, it feels like they're just going for shock value and popability. It's like, okay, listen, guys, we have all of these people in it. You have to come see this movie because all of these people are in it. So come see this movie, please.
As far as
And
I
it's
know,
like,
Sagat, Vega, and Bison have not got fucking casted yet, so can't wait for those.
yeah, it's gonna be some weird ass casting in it. It's just like, why? It's just gonna be so fucking random. It's gonna be so fucking random. I like I don't know. I want it to be good just because I want to see a good Street Fighter movie, a live action Street Fighter movie. But
Yeah,
if it's not, I'm just gonna be like, all right, just throw this away. Like never do a live action anything movie again. It's
I,
just
I've always been a fan of like B movies, but as long as they're good, because they're remaking Toxic Avenger, so I kind of want to see that too.
it's like I feel like this is gonna suck.
It
it's gonna suck and it's gonna be bad.
it might.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the pod. And do you have any last words?
I do.